Number 10. Hoia-Baciu Forest, Romania. You step into Hoia-Baciu and immediately sense something is off. Many call this forest the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania, because people go in and never come out the same. Trees twist in unnatural curves, fog hugs the ground, and energy that feels electric pulses around you. Locals report strange disappearances, ghostly silhouettes, sudden rashes, nausea, and even UFO sightings. It's not just stories. In one terrifying 1968 photo, a military technician caught what looked like a disc hovering above the trees. That image turned the forest into legend. Some scientists have dared walks there and left shaken, saying, "Instruments go haywire, GPS fails, and compasses spin." What horrors will number 9 bring? Brace yourself, because the next forest is just as real and even more twisted. Number 9. Freetown State Forest, Massachusetts, USA. You think ghosts and cryptids only live in legend? Freetown State Forest will prove you wrong. Nestled in southern Massachusetts, this forest is part of the infamous Bridgewater Triangle, a zone of bizarre happenings, from UFOs to satanic cult rumors. The forests here are dense, dark, and filled with stories of phantom lights hovering between trees, odd howls echoing at night, and creatures slipping just out of view. Locals whisper of something else walking in the woods after dark. Because of its history and the Wampanoag tribe's warnings, many refuse to venture in alone. It's not only superstition. Investigators have recorded unexplained electromagnetic surges, cold spots, and shadow forms moving against the wind. This place doesn't follow physics or logic. Freetown's dark woods bleed dread into every footstep. And now, from American nightmares, we head across the globe into forests where your worst fears take root. Hold tight. Number 8. Aokigahara Forest, Japan. They call it the Sea of Trees, but locals whisper another name: the Suicide Forest. Aokigahara lies at the foot of Mount Fuji, thick with silence so deep it swallows sound. Once you enter, even the air feels heavier. Compasses stop working, GPS signals vanish, and people lose all sense of direction. The forest's reputation isn't myth, it's tragic reality. For decades, it's been a site of hundreds of suicides, leading authorities to post signs pleading, "Your life is precious." Campers report hearing footsteps and distant screams that vanish without a trace. The lava base beneath makes electronics glitch and echoes twist, disorienting anyone who steps in. Locals avoid it after dark. It's not just haunted, it's cursed by sadness itself. And if you think Japan's Forest of Death is terrifying, the next one hides something just as chilling: trees that bleed when cut. Number 7. Deering Woods, England. Nicknamed the Screaming Woods, this patch of Kent countryside looks peaceful until night falls. Locals claim to hear panicked cries, whispers, and echoing footsteps. Some say the souls of travelers lost centuries ago still wander there, forever calling for help. This forest's history is soaked in tragedy. Tales of mysterious disappearances, bodies found without explanation, and even reports of glowing eyes staring from the fog. Hunters once swore they saw figures darting between trees, only to find nothing but claw marks on bark. Visitors report sudden temperature drops and sounds of people running behind them, though no one's there. Paranormal researchers have recorded strange energy spikes, but no logical source. Locals refuse to walk through Deering Woods after sunset, calling it England's most haunted forest. And just when you think it can't get creepier, the next forest proves that even nature itself can become your enemy. Number 6. Crooked Forest, Poland. In a small patch of Poland near Gryfino lies one of the strangest sights on Earth. About 400 pine trees growing in perfect eerie curves. Each trunk bends sharply near the base before twisting upward like a question mark. No one knows why. Some think a violent snowstorm bent them. Others blame human experiments from the 1930s. Every single tree bends the exact same way. Nature doesn't do that. Something else did. When the wind moves through, the trees creak in a way that sounds almost alive. Groaning, breathing. Locals say the forest was once used for dark rituals, and the trees are guardians that turned unnatural after absorbing too much energy. Whether shaped by people or something far worse, one thing's certain: there's nothing normal about those shapes. And if you thought Poland's crooked pines are strange, wait until you see the next forest, where glowing lights move through the trees like ghosts. Number 5. Black Forest, Germany. If fairy tales were born anywhere, it's here, but the real stories are far darker. The Black Forest in southwest Germany looks beautiful at sunrise, but as night falls, the shadows turn hostile. Locals for centuries have whispered of witches, werewolves, and creatures that lure travelers off the paths. The dense trees block sunlight even in midday, and once you step deep enough, the silence feels wrong. Villagers once believed the woods swallowed people whole. Some hikers report hearing humming. Others see lantern lights flickering deep inside where no trail exists. It's the birthplace of the Brothers Grimm tales, but those weren't bedtime stories. They were warnings. Forest watchers say the deeper you go, the quieter everything becomes, until even your own heartbeat sounds too loud. And if you think that's unnerving, the next forest hides something worse, a place where shadows aren't illusions. They're moving. Number 4. Daintree Rainforest, Australia. At first glance, the Daintree Rainforest in northern Australia looks like paradise. Lush, green, ancient. But locals know better. Step too deep into its tangled wilderness, and you're stepping into one of the deadliest environments on the planet. This is no ordinary forest. It's home to saltwater crocodiles, venomous snakes, and the cassowary, a bird so aggressive it can gut a human with one kick. But that's just nature's fury. People say there's something older lurking here, an eerie quiet that creeps in after dusk, when even the insects go silent. Aboriginal legends speak of spirits that protect the forest and destroy those who disrespect it. Tourists have vanished here without a trace, their camps left untouched. Even search teams refuse to go off-trail at night. The Daintree doesn't need ghosts to be terrifying. It's a living, breathing predator, ancient, untamed, and ready to remind anyone who enters that nature always wins. Number 3. Wychwood Forest, England. Deep in Oxfordshire lies Wychwood Forest, a place so tied to death that even royals feared its curse. The legend says that if you encounter the ghost of Amy Robsart, wife of Lord Robert Dudley, you'll die soon after. Sounds like a myth, until you realize every man who claimed to see her died mysteriously within days. The forest itself feels heavy. Strange mists form suddenly, and witnesses describe hearing horses galloping through the trees long after the area went quiet. In the 1800s, locals called it the Forest of Bad Omens. Even today, hikers report hearing children giggling in the distance, only to find no one there. It's peaceful by day, but by night it feels like something ancient is watching. Wychwood doesn't just have ghosts, it has a presence, a pressure in the air that makes you want to run. And what comes next? A forest where light itself refuses to enter. Number 2. Isla de las Muñecas, the Island of the Dolls, Mexico. Just south of Mexico City sits a swampy maze of canals that hides one of the most disturbing places on Earth. Locals call it Isla de las Muñecas, the Island of the Dolls. It's not a myth, it's real. Every tree, every fence post, every hut is covered in decaying dolls. Hundreds of them, their eyes clouded and limbs missing. The story begins with a man named Don Julian Santana Barrera, who lived here alone. He claimed to hear the ghost of a little girl who drowned nearby, crying through the night. To appease her spirit, he hung dolls across the island. Years later, his own body was found floating in the same canal where the girl had died. Visitors say the dolls whisper, their heads turn, and their glass eyes follow you. The island's silence feels alive, a constant reminder that some places never let go of their dead. But if that made your skin crawl, the final forest makes everything else look tame. Number 1. Dao Hill Forest, India. Darjeeling may be known for tea, but nearby lies something much darker. Dao Hill Forest, home to the Headless Boy. Locals and school staff from the nearby Victoria Boys' School claim to have seen a boy walking without a head on the forest path, before vanishing. From December to March, when the school is closed, villagers report hearing footsteps echoing through empty hallways and laughter with no source. Inside the forest, hunters have found bodies that disappeared just as mysteriously. Locals avoid it after sunset, convinced the woods are cursed. Even police have admitted they don't patrol it at night. The mist rolls in and visibility drops to nothing. That's when, they say, it watches you. Dao Hill isn't haunted by one ghost. It's haunted by dozens. The trees here don't just stand silent. They remember every scream. And if you thought that was terrifying, the next one might make you rethink ever walking into the woods again.